Welcome to a video for our channel bPartGaming, and in this video we want to give you an introduction to the game mode Ultimate Team in the game FIFA 14. We want to talk about the basic stuff but also about the new features like chemistry styles, and I think we should start with the first section. One of the targets of Ultimate Team is to create a really strong, nice team, and for that you need players. So here we show you how you can add players to your team. For that you have to press the square button on the PS3 or the X button on the Xbox, and then you're able to add players to the team, and you're also able to narrow down the search to a certain nationality or to a certain league, for example. Besides the attributes nationality, team or league, there are more attributes like contracts. This is the number of games which the player is able to play for a team, and then there's also fitness, and this is the stamina value at which the player starts into the game, and there's also the chemistry value of the player. We are going to talk about that in detail in a later section. And if you're interested in more details about the player, then you press the right stick and then you get an overview about the player itself, when he was born and so on, and also the work rates and the strong foot and the stars on the weak foot, skill moves and so on, and also the statistics about the goals and assists which the player has already made for your team or for a team of another player. The higher the chemistry of a player is, the more are the attributes boosted, and there are three factors which influence the player chemistry. First, there is a favorite position of the player. Second, there are links to the teammates. And third, the manager of a team has an influence on the player chemistry. So in this example we see Rooney, and his favorite position is the CF position, but he's actually playing at the ST position, and that's why his chemistry is only at 3. But we are able to change his favorite position with a consumable card, so there are position changing cards. And there's one card which changes the position from CF to ST. And as you can see, there are only certain combinations of positions where you can change the position to. And in this case, the position is changed to ST, and therefore Rooney has an increase of chemistry to 4. The second factor are teammates, or the links to teammates, and in this case Rooney has 3 red lines, so he has no links at all to the surrounding positions. And we are going to change that by adding a striker which is from England, so we have a weak link between these two players, an orange line, and the chemistry is now higher at 7 for Rooney. And another form of a weak link is when we are going to add a player which is going to or who's playing in the same league, but he has a different nationality, and the chemistry is still at 7 with a weak link here. Now we are going to change it to a player who's also from England and is playing in the Premier League, and now there is a strong link between these two players. In this case it doesn't change the chemistry of Rooney, but you can see already that there's now a green line between these two. And to really change the chemistry here of Rooney, to get it higher to 10, we need a really strong link. And for that we add a striker which is playing in the same team as Rooney and is also from England, and now Rooney has a chemistry of 10. In FIFA 14 Ultimate Team, the manager has also an influence on the player chemistry, and he has two characteristics, the nationality and also the league. And in this case we're adding a manager who's from England and is also manager in the Premier League, and therefore the chemistry of Terry and Rooney got increased from 7 to 8. But now we are going to add a manager who has nothing in common with the players in this team, and therefore the chemistry of not a single player is increased. But now we are able in FIFA 14 Ultimate Team to change the league of the manager, so there is a consumable for the manager, and now we are going to change the league to Serie A. And since we have a lot of players from the Serie A in this team, there are some players where the chemistry is increased with this manager. As already mentioned, players have attributes which you can influence with consumables, and for that you have to press the X button on the Xbox and the square button on the PS3, and then you get to the consumables, and they're categorized into different categories. In this case, training means cards or consumables which boost a certain class of attributes, and there are different levels from bronze, silver to gold. And then there are also contract cards which increase the number of contracts that the player have, also here from bronze, silver to gold. Then there are also fitness cards, and these cards increase the stamina of the player which he starts into the game. Also healing cards in the case a player got injured, and then you can heal him with the healing cards and then he will be able to start into the next game. And position cards as already shown before. And at last chemistry styles, which we are going to play in more detail in the next section. Chemistry styles is one of the big new features in FIFA 14 Ultimate Team, and we want to explain them to you. So dependent on the player chemistry and the chemistry style itself, attributes of a player are boosted. So here we got the basic chemistry style, and every attribute class is boosted by 1 arrow to the top. But as you can see, Vidal has only 8 chemistry, and therefore there are 2 arrows which are in white and not in green. So in this case, Vidal has no boost on pace and shooting. With the application of a chemistry style, you are able to change the combination of attribute classes which are boosted with a chemistry. And therefore you're now really able to specify which attribute classes should be boosted by the higher chemistry of the player. And the chemistry styles itself are categorized into attacking, midfield, defending, goalkeeper and special, and you are able to apply an attacking chemistry style to a defender and so on, but you're not able to apply a player chemistry style to a goalkeeper and not a goalkeeper chemistry style to a attacker or to a player on the field. When you apply a chemistry style to a player, the player is going to keep this chemistry style until you're going to apply another chemistry style. So these cards or consumables chemistry styles are going to work in the same manner as a formation card in earlier versions of FIFA Ultimate Team. So now with the chemistry styles you are able to change a player so that he fits more to your playing style. You are able to play with several squads in Ultimate Team, and for that you can use the squad selector, and for that you have to press the triangle button on the PS3 or the Y button on the Xbox, and then you go to the squad selector, and then there you got the possibility to create a new squad, for example, and with this way you don't have to change the players to get some rest for them. So you're able to create, for example, 2 teams, one is playing and the other one is on the bench, and then a second team, and in this team the players on the bench are going to play and the team which was playing before is going to be on the bench, and that way you can change between the 2 teams and the players which are on the bench are going to regenerate the fitness. A new feature of FIFA 14 Ultimate Team is that you're now able to specify the player roles, so you can specify who's going to take the left and right corner kick, who's going to take the free kicks, penalties and so on. The second new feature in this area are the kit numbers, so now you are able to choose and determine the kit number of a certain player, and then you are able to specify the right number or the number which you want that the player is going to play with. One of the main currency in Ultimate Team is coins, and one of the ways to get coins is to play with the teams. And for that you got several opportunities or modes to play in, so you can play against the CPU offline or you can play online against other players, and one mode is the online season. In this mode you're going to start in Division 10 and you can go up to Division 1, and depending on the outcome at the end of a season you will gain coins, and you will also gain coins for every single match, so this is very nice to have some fun and to compete with other players. Then there are also tournaments, and usually the tournaments have some conditions at which you can play in the tournament, so maybe you need only gold players, for example, or only silver players and so on, and then it goes from round of 16 to the final. And now back in FIFA 14 Ultimate Team are the online single matches, and in this mode you're going to be matched against an opponent who's also searching for an opponent at the moment, and usually it's trying to match against teams which have a similar rating. And the advantage of this mode is you don't have to worry about points in the division or that you get knocked out of a tournament. You just can play and earn some coins and you can experiment with your team. Now you got the coins and you want to get rid of them, and for that you go to the transfer market, and there you can search for players. And now, new in FIFA 14 Ultimate Team, you can really search for a player directly by name. So in this case we're searching for Mats Hummels. We use an H and a U, and we got all the players who got an H and a U in its name. And now when you found Mats Hummels, you can bid on him, and when he has a buy now price, you can also directly buy him. Besides players, you can also search for consumables, as already presented in this video before. There are training cards, position changing cards, and here now a new feature, you can also directly search for the position changing cards. And this is very nice because usually you spend a lot of time to search for the right cards, and now you can really directly search for it and you can save some time. Also chemistry styles, here you get also the possibility to search for all the different styles. Also manager, consumables, contracts, fitness and healing. Then there are also club items like badges, kits, stadia and balls, and also stuff where you can get some managers and other coaches to improve the effect of consumables. So now we are at the end of this guide. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something for FIFA 14 Ultimate Team. If this is the case, we would really appreciate it if you would give a thumb up. And if you know someone who needs some help in FIFA 14 Ultimate Team, it would be really nice if you give him the link of this video. And in the end, we would also like to thank EA for giving us the opportunity to capture FIFA 14 early. This is it. Keep a clean sheet. I'm out.
Well, he's a happy fella, isn't he? He's got 2 now.
Well, they look pleased with themselves, and no wonder with the way they stroke the ball about.